Lenny Bruce was one of the greatest artists of the 20th century, making an impact on music, film, politics, and of course, comedy.
The Venus Cabaret Theater has added additional performances of I'm Not a Comedian, I'm Lenny Bruce. Joining us now with all of the details is actor and writer Ronnie Marmo. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
He is such a polarizing figure, or at least was in his day. What drew him to you to write this?
Well, I grew up loving George Carlin, Richard Pryor. Lenny was a bit, out of my, he died 6 years before I was born. But a friend brought this script to me and said, "Do you know who Lenny Bruce was?" I said, "Kind of, yeah." He said, "You remind me of him. You should read the script. We should do it." So I read the script. 2 years later, I did the one-man show. But then what happened was I realized after time that I was doing like a fluffy, safe version of Lenny Bruce, and I wanted to tell warts and all. So I wrote my own. It took 5 years, and I enlisted Joe Mantegna to direct, and that's what happened. I fell in love with the guy. I realized there were so many things we had in common. It was like shocking how many personal things we had in common. So it was awesome.
Well, tell us, a lot of people, like you say, know the name Lenny Bruce. They know he was a comedian. They know he forced people to look inward and deal with issues that maybe they were uncomfortable with dealing with. But who have you, through all of your research and trying to come up with this script, realized that he was?
He was a man who held a mirror up to society. He was a man who he wasn't afraid to tell the truth. He was the first comedian to get on stage and not have a set routine. He would just open the newspaper or say, "Listen to what happened with my wife last night." Everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, you're going to talk about your family?" So he was the first comic to do those things. But really, he would just, whether he took a side or not wasn't important. He just wanted to open a discussion about religion, politics, whatever it was. And so they didn't like that. There's always that first guy to hold a mirror and everyone else, wow, and then suddenly that's what happened. So he was really, really important. If you don't know who Lenny was, please take the time to look him up. He, if you love comedy, there's so many things. I mean, he affected the law in a huge way. He fought for freedom of speech all the way to the Supreme Court and lost, and got sentenced to prison 4 months on Rikers Island for words.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, he really was one of the first comedians to be canceled if the cancel culture existed back then. It's so interesting how things have not changed and changed at the same time now.
Oh, my goodness. We really haven't come that far, sadly.
Yeah.
But no, but he was the first canceled person. But it was different. Like, they hounded him until he died, essentially. They killed this guy, essentially. There's a great quote: "Lenny Bruce died of an overdose of the police." And that's not the truth. He sadly had an overdose of drugs. But he was canceled, and people, they didn't want to hear it. People like to stay with the norm until somebody breaks that. And he was that guy. Yeah.
Well, knowing that and seeing that as much as things have changed, they stay the same, why would you tackle a project like this?
As an actor, it's like, how many times can you say, "Mister, you forgot your pickle," or "Sarge, phone call"? You want to do something valuable in your life and something that means something to people. And when I wrote this, I'm getting a lot of credit now that it's so timely and I look really smart. But honestly, I was just attracted to the piece. And then suddenly I'm like, oh my goodness, this is really timely. And then to see people's reaction, I mean, I think I'm at about 375 performances now between LA, New York, and Chicago. And so people just keep coming. They want to hear this story. It's not a big downer, by the way. It's very funny. I need to say that. It sounds very it is tragic, but it's also. But as an actor, you want to be a part of something that makes a difference, and something you can hang your hat on and say, "I told that story and it was important and people got something from it."
With all the shows that you've done, are you hoping that people are coming away with understanding comedians a little bit better? Because I feel like the canceling comedians to me just seems a little bit insane, because comedians, their whole job is to poke holes and make fun at things going on in society.
Well, it's interesting. This is going to sound a little crazy, but in the 60s, Lenny, let's just say he was doing his performance for the people on the right. I guess he would have aligned with the right more than the left. The left more than the right, sorry. Left more than the right. But it's interesting now with this cancel culture and the people on the right screaming about free speech, they think I'm doing the show for them, but that's not what Lenny intended. So it's this funny thing. I've watched my audience shift. And so now the good news is the whole country thinks the show is for them, because everyone's fighting for different reasons. But yeah, I think it's really, really essential that the show happens and that people see it and hopefully come away with the thing is, Lenny was a conversation starter, and that's really what I'm excited about. I can't tell you how many conversations, specifically with millennials now, who go, "Oh, that guy was." I go, "No, he stood for you. He was. He's the reason you do what you want." So now Lenny's rolling around in his grave, going, "What happened up there?"
Yeah. So, but apparently you must have touched someone because now your show has been extended.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's extended again. I think it's like our 4th time in Chicago. And honestly, I love your beautiful city. I'm not just saying that. I 2 years ago when I first opened the show, I had never been there. Yeah. And boy, I understand what's special about Chicago now. And especially the theater goers. I mean, you guys are just so smart, and you come there and you're rooting for the show to be great, and you're supportive. And yeah, people come back 12 times, total strangers, 12 times.
Fantastic. We've got all the information on the show up on the screen right now so folks can check it out. And the website so you can get tickets as well. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And best of luck with the show. We'll see if it gets extended beyond
One
this.
more time.
Come see it, you guys. Sit in the front row. I'll torture you.
Oh, great.
Yes, I love a good torture.
That.